So hey everyone, my name is Elton Johnson and I'm the founder of Vonahi Security. And I love to code and I've been hacking since I was 11 years old. So today I want to share my story about how a hacker like me got hundreds of MSPs to fall in love with automated pen testing in less than 2 years. So VPenTest is a platform created by hackers specifically for MSPs, and it automates network penetration testing. We're changing the game by making penetration testing better, faster, and more continuous without breaking the bank. And the reality is, MSPs just aren't a prime target. You're actually a prize target. You hold the keys to a kingdom of business systems. So breaching you gives an attacker downstream access to literally dozens of SMBs and enterprise clients, and even thousands of users. And to the bad guys, you're basically like a fat paycheck with a high ROI. And that's why cyber criminals use ransomware, right, to basically lock systems and exfiltrate data. So for MSPs, typically an attack starts within your own network, and if it's successful, it usually spreads down into your clients. Threat actors already know that you're under a lot of pressure to avoid disruptions from services, and they're hoping that you just don't have enough time to pay attention to security. And VPenTest does exactly the same thing that an attacker would do, except instead of holding your data for ransom, we basically show you exactly how we gain access and enable you to fix those problems before an attacker can find them. And this is why every single MSP needs to be performing a penetration test on their own network, and not just once, but continuously or anytime you make any major changes to your network environment. But here's the problem when it comes to traditional penetration testing. And there's a lot of them. It's very expensive. It takes way too much time, making it almost impossible for MSPs to do it in-house without hiring a skilled consultant. And obviously, when it comes to outsourcing, it leaves the MSP with a very little margin. And because it's so expensive and labor intensive, it's usually only done once a year. So you only understand your risk at a point in time, which leaves the major security gaps throughout the rest of the year. When it comes to automation, it makes continuous penetration testing possible, which means your network is more secure and you're no longer just an easy target. And we made pen testing super simple and easy. With the click of a few buttons, our platform allows you to schedule an internal or external penetration test, vulnerability assessment, or both. And you can do this whenever you want and as often as you need it. We basically took all of the inefficient BS that typically comes with traditional pen testing and turned it into a 7-step scheduling process. And this puts you in control of offering network penetration testing on demand for your customers at any given time. We also built the real-time tracker, so you can see exactly what stage the penetration test is in. This goes from information gathering to host discovery, vulnerability assessments, all the way to the exploitation. And you can even know when a report's are ready using the tracker as well. So, and rather than overwhelming you with a long list of vulnerabilities, our platform actually tries to exploit as many vulnerabilities as possible so that you can see which one causes the most amount of damage. And what you really get is a condensed list of what really matters based on the severity ranking. So penetration testing basically enables you to show customers why they need you in the first place, right? And it also helps you upsell other managed services as well. The reports are very beautiful. They're easy to understand. They meet compliance. We also provide evidence and remediation steps to help you prioritize basically what to fix in a very step-by-step process. The platform is also 100% brandable, so you can customize the platform, you can customize the reports, update your logos, your colors, etc., and you can do that 100% throughout the entire platform. So in case you think it's too good to be true, one of our partners basically did a side-by-side comparison with VPenTest and one of their outsourced consultants, and the findings were literally exactly the same. Now, one of the differences are that they were able to schedule a penetration test within 30 minutes as opposed to waiting 2 weeks, going through the traditional process of coordinating and stuff like that with project managers. They basically got their results and reports within 1 day as opposed to waiting 2 months. And to be fair, I mean, the pen tester had some issues. I think he was sick, so they added on a lot of time as well. In terms of the cost, they're basically able to improve their gross margins because VPenTest is almost half the cost of what the one-time pen test would have been with the outsourced consultant. In addition, they were able to provide pen testing on a monthly basis at no additional cost. So if we factor in the pricing from the previous slide, you can see that with VPenTest, you can basically run 12 automated penetration test engagements, and it's still going to cost you less than half the cost of a one-time manual penetration test. So in summary, VPenTest, MSPs love VPenTest because it saves you a lot of time, it saves you a lot of money, and it makes it not only just a needed service, but it's also a lucrative one. It helps you identify security risks, so you can help your clients reduce the potential impact of cybersecurity breaches, and it also enables you to expand your service offerings to include offensive security. And when it comes to scaling, you don't have to worry about hiring consultants to basically go out and deliver this service. You could basically use VPN tests to do that instead. And if you have consultants that work with your MSP, they can use the platform to basically perform the tests for them, and they can focus on other product services. So overall, it helps you become a better service provider. And that's why in less than 2 years, over 180 MSPs representing over 1,500 companies have used our platform to perform testing for over 4,500 network environments, retesting, and remediation testing, things like that. We're also SOC 2 Type 1 certified, and we expect to be Type 2 certified as well by the end of this summer. So our platform basically helps you keep the clients happy, makes you look like a superhero. And if you want to add pen testing to your security stack, there's never been a more cost-effective way than VPN test. And actually, about 105 of our partners didn't even offer penetration testing prior to VPN test being introduced to the market. So that's really cool. We also have a retention rate of over 98%. So we're very confident that once you actually try the platform, you're going to fall in love with it. And that's why I'm actually excited that we're going to be picking up the tab on your first pen test. We usually limit the trial to 25 IP addresses, but for channel program, we want everyone to have fun, experience the platform, go crazy with it, test everything on your network. So you can take advantage of this kick-ass offer by going to vonahi.io/channel program, and we'll be looking forward to the first free pen test. And with this process, there is no credit card required, no strings attached, no sales pressure. You can also come by and stop at our breakout room and ask us any questions or even chat with the team. And we also have a $100 Best Buy gift card to give away. So thank you guys for so much for your time, and I really appreciate it and hope you enjoy the rest of the pitches.